During an encounter, you might come across a creature that is acting, I don't know, maybe a little bit off. A demon that might be helping you or acting friendly, or maybe a type of friendly creature that might be attacking you. Even a creature who might just be nervous or anxious and you really can't ascertain a reason. Well, this might be a good case for using the single action sense motive. My name is Don. I'm trying to be the Sly Strategist, and let's go ahead and get into it. Now, sense motive is a single action activity that you can do. It does have the concentrate trait as well as the secret trait. And with the secret trait, that means that the GM is going to make the roll for you, and you won't know what you rolled, nor just how truthful the information that you get out of it is. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to tell whether a creature's behavior is abnormal to how they would normally act. So if it's one creature, you choose that creature. If there is a mass of creatures, you would pick a single creature that you would like to sense a motive on. You can't necessarily do it to a group. It has to be a specific creature. And you're going to try to assess it for various things. Could just be maybe the intonation, could be the body languages, could be signs of it being nervous or anxious, or any other indicators that you might see that might be trying to deceive you. So once you state that you would like to do a sense motive on this particular creature, the GM is going to attempt a single secret perception check for you, and it's going to compare it against the deception DC of the target creature. So it is not a flat check by any stretch of the imagination. It is basically your perception against the creature's deception DC. Could also be the DC of a spell affecting the creature's mental state in case it was charmed or had something else put on it, or any other appropriate DC determined by the GM. So the GM kind of has authority to decide what would be the best DC in order to roll your perception against. Once again, the creature is intentionally doing it, then it is generally going to be the deception DC of the creature. If the creature is being compelled, it's going to be against the spell DC, and any other case would be handled by what the GM deems appropriate. Now, you cannot attempt to sense the motive on the creature again until something happens. And by something happening, meaning that maybe the boss monster left the room, maybe another group of monsters came in, maybe this particular creature saw 5 of his compatriots go down in a single round. It has to be a significant event to occur in order to allow you to re-roll your perception DC against the DC that you need to beat. It is, once again, up to the GM. So this one is a little bit softer in the roll department than some of the others might be, but it is still very, very valuable. It does have the normal success conditions, meaning it does have a critical success, a failure, and a critical failure. And we'll go ahead and cover those. So on a critical success, you are going to determine the creature's true intentions, and you are going to get a solid idea if there is any type of magic or something compelling that creature to act a certain way. So a critical success is kind of give you the whole skinny on what's going on with that particular creature. On a success, you can tell whether the creature is behaving normally, but you don't know what its intentions are, nor do you know if it is magic that is affecting it. So although you might know that it is acting abnormally, you don't know why, and you don't know what would be its purpose. A failure, you detect what a deceptive creature wants you to believe. So in other words, if that creature feels that you are a bad guy, however, it is portraying itself as your best friend, well, then you are going to believe that it is just your best friend. So you will get the wrong information. If they're not being deceptive at all, then you just believe at the end that that's just how they normally act. And on a critical failure, you get a false sense of the creature's intentions. So you would be way out in left field as to what that creature's actual intentions were, but you would solidly believe those false intentions. As I said, this particular skill might be considered maybe a little bit fluffy in that it is deception. You're trying to perceive through deception, and you actually will never know whether you're successful or not. Something to keep in mind. Very useful, though, in truth, in a lot of situations, mainly used in encounters. However, I have seen this used in downtime activities. Possibly if you are dealing with a merchant or something along those lines, you could ask the GM to do a sense motive. So as with a lot of these videos and these quick tips, I hope you did learn something out of it, or maybe it lets you see things in a slightly different way, or maybe gave you an idea of how to use it in your own campaign, or heck, during one of your turns in order to try and determine what is actually going on in a really weird situation. If you liked it, I hope you subscribe, or hit that notification bell. But whether you do or you don't, I hope you have a great day and happy adventuring. Thanks.